continuing farce over the G20 police brutality is getting more and more interesting all the time. On December 7th, Ontario Ombudsman Andre Marin released a report concluding that the secretly passed law allowing many of the wrongful jailings was probably illegal and unconstitutional. While an alarmingly high number of Canadians still don't seem to think that this warrants a full public inquiry, this isn't really surprising to anybody who actually cares about civil liberties and Canadian law. But since fully taking responsibility for this act would require some amount of integrity, Premier Dalton McGuinty is paying lip service to this report at best. McGuinty claims to regret that Ontario citizens were not informed at the time that this law existed, but still thinks that it was the right move. Dalton, what part of illegal and unconstitutional do you not understand? Not only that, but you actually managed to one-up the Patriot Act by deliberately keeping all knowledge of this from anyone, including Ontario's Parliament, until it was too late. What the hell makes you think you can just get away with this? If Stephen Harper could be threatened with contempt and being kicked out of office for trying to hide Afghan torture documents, then it's a safe bet that you can be held in contempt for sneaking a law violating basic freedoms past the public and its elected representatives. Say what you like about the old War Measures Act, but at least we all knew about that before Trudeau started locking people up. In a similar vein is, what a surprise, yet another dubious excuse by Toronto Police Chief Bill Blair, and that's putting it very generously. Not only is he claiming to not be able to identify some of the police officers who beat up unarmed protesters, even though the Toronto Star was able to do so pretty easily by combing through photographs and video frames, but at a press conference responding to the Ombuds's report, he claims to cooperate with Ombudsman Andre Marin's investigation. Oh really? Ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor. Open a tab in your browser and go to the Ontario Ombudsman's website. The address will be coming up right about now. And for our purposes, we'll stick with the English version. There will be a link right away called TPS Letters. This is a PDF document. And it contains several documents being sent back and forth between the Ombudsman's office and Chief Blair's office. On August 5th, 2010, the Ombudsman sent a request to interview 7 policemen who were involved in the beating and arrest of protesters. They managed to get identified by other means through police tags. On August 25th, the counsel from Chief Blair's office responded, and I quote, "While the Chief does not want to hamper the work of the Ombudsman's office, he has instructed me to advise you that the Toronto Police Service will not comply with the request in your letter. Emphasis mine. As you know, the Ombudsman has no jurisdiction over the police. Where I come from, that's usually a polite way of saying, fuck off and mind your own business, we're going to do what we want." You know something, Mr. Blair? To repeatedly lie to the public as a police chief is bad enough. To do so with contempt for oversight is disgusting. And to do so when the truth is actually very clear and easy to find makes you look unbelievably stupid, and implies that you think the public is just as stupid. All of that should lead to your firing right now if the Toronto Police Service Board, your bosses, have any brains or integrity at all. Oh, and I have some news for you. Admittedly, I'm not a legal expert, but I'm fairly sure that hiding police officers who have been caught red-handed assaulting and essentially abducting 900-plus people is against the law. So if there are any real cops left in this country, you might also get charged with obstruction of justice, conspiracy, forcible confinement, and being an accessory to assault. This is just off the top of my head, by the way. Either way, now that more and more news of your wrongdoing is being aired in public, I can guarantee you will never live this down. Oh, and before I forget, to the federal officials who planned all of this in the first place and continue to support what happened, do not get comfortable. Just because you keep saying that Ottawa somehow knew nothing about a federally organized event does not make it so. This is not over. Enough said.